Good stuff there.
Before you move forward on any other stocks, why don't we talk about some of the hotties from yesterday? Man, we were on fire yesterday. Yesterday was an awesome show. In case anybody missed it, really had some awesome calls between PPHM and Apple. We had a couple of multi-baggers there. The PPHM went up about 100%, and the Apple calls also went up about 100% from when we were watching them. I think PPHM had some news out today, if I'm mistaken. Can you go over that real quick for us?
I sure can. Yeah, it's related to a law firm basically announcing an investigation into the company. We mentioned yesterday the huge drop from $5 and whatever it was, 20 cents, all the way down to as low as like the low 70s pre-market when we were catching on the scanner and talking about it on the show. But just the news today, attorney advertising Bronstein, Gewirtz and Grossman LLC is investigating potential claims on behalf of purchasers of the securities of Peregrine Pharmaceuticals Incorporated concerning potential violations of federal securities laws. Shares of Peregrine fell over 75% after the company released a statement on Monday disclosing that major discrepancies were discovered between patient sample test results and patient treatment code. The discrepancy was made while reviewing trial data in preparation for a meeting with the U.S. FDA. According to Peregrine, any data released on or before September 7th, 2012 permits phase 2 trial in patients with second-line non-small cell lung cancer. Any presentations or other documents related to this phase 2 trial could be inaccurate. Let's see if they give any important dates here. I know most of the information on the bottom here is actually for this law firm that's starting to look into this. So that's the key news piece today. I've actually seen this same law firm in some of the other bankruptcy cases we've been seeing. I'm not saying Peregrine's going to go bankrupt. I don't think they will at all. But just I've seen a few similar press releases related to this law firm looking into some different companies and stuff. Basically where people are filing suits against the company. So that's what we got for the news this morning.
Yeah, as you mentioned yesterday, we caught it on the scanner, pre-market, saw that negative news. Pre-market trades were going off at like 73, as low as 73 cents. It opened up at 80 cents, and within the first half hour yesterday, PPHM rocked all the way to $1.57. So about a 95, 98% gain out of PPHM off of yesterday's bounce. That was a wild play. This morning, it's trading some pre-market volume, up 6.9%, and the pre-market volume is 523,000 shares. So looking like it could see another bounce again today.
Yeah, why don't we just roll over to my screen real quick, Stiffy. Let's check out this pipeline and let's talk about the clinical trials that they're actually talking about here. If mine is loaded by now. We checked this out briefly last week. This is the Peregrine Pharmaceuticals website and their clinical trial pipeline. The lawsuit that's at hand here is for this specific trial in non-small cell lung cancer second line indication for their key treatment, the bevacizumab, or however you pronounce that, in phase 2 trials here. But as you can see, they also have some clinical trials for frontline non-small cell lung cancer and also pancreatic cancer that are also in phase 2 trials. And they have a bunch of other clinical trials going on with that drug and also some other clinical trials going on with some of the other treatments and drugs that they have. So a pretty extensive pipeline, and the drop was probably a little bit excessive just for this specific clinical trial. But this was, their main clinical trial that they were funding and, getting ready to pop into phase 3 trials. So it is a big deal, but they definitely have some stuff to back it up if things go awry with this particular clinical trial.
Cool.
Amen.
Apple. Let's talk about Apple real quick from yesterday.
Thank you for listening to Stock Traders Talk Radio. All views and topics talked about on Stock Traders Talk Radio is solely for entertainment purposes. We are not professional financial advisors and always recommend you seek the advice of a professional financial advisor. Never invest in any stock featured on our show unless you can afford to lose your entire investment. The information contained on our show is based on sources which we believe to be reliable, but is not guaranteed by us as being accurate, and might not be a complete statement or summary of the available data. Stock Traders Talk Radio advises that the investments in companies profiled are commonly considered to be high risk, and use of the information provided is at the investor's sole risk. Thank you for listening to Stock Traders Talk Radio.